Hello, my name is Rajan Arora and welcome to my course Essentials of SQL Server Performance for Every Developer. You are watching the video of Module 2 Analyzing SQL Statements for Performance Part 2 Understanding how SQL Server will execute a SQL statement. If you are new to this course, please start it from the course introduction video for better understanding. Thank you. I have a SQL select statement here in my editor window that we are going to use and see the concepts around execution plan and how to analyze a SQL statement. You can see the output of this statement in the result pane. And what this statement is doing is selecting all of the courses that a particular student has taken with a title of the course, the number of the credits, and the grade that the student received. To get this information, we need to join three tables. We need to query the course enrollments table to get what courses the student has taken and what grade they received. And then we will need to join to the course offerings table to get to the courses table so we can get the course number and course title and credits. So you might imagine a query like this being run on a web page that produces a grade report for an individual student. So I am going to go ahead and run this query. And we do see that it takes seconds to run. So maybe you have identified this query as something you need to take a look at. And we want to figure out how we can make this query run faster. So the first step in that process is to have SQL Server give us the execution plan that it's using to process the query. And to do that, we are going to go up to this button on our toolbar with the three boxes and a little icon in it. And this is labeled Display Estimated Execution Plan. And so, as you can see, if I mouse over that and the tooltips comes up, you can also use a keyboard shortcut of Ctrl+L. Now, clicking this button is not going to actually execute the statement that is in the window. It's just going to send the statement to SQL Server to ask SQL Server to return back to us the plan that it would use to run the statement. So let's go ahead and do that. And so now down here, we see in our result pane, instead of the data coming back for this query, we see a graphical representation of the execution plan. What SQL Server has done is it's taken our statement and it broken it down into the individual steps that SQL Server is going to have to perform when it executes this statement. And each of these steps is represented by one of these icons that you can see down here in the bottom. Now, you might have a question that how did SQL Server arrive at this plan? Well, it looked at the tables our statement is accessing and any index that are on those tables and what we are trying to do in our statement. And it very quickly compared all of the different options for how our statement could be processed. And it determined that this set of operation in this order was the most efficient one. When we have a statement that we don't think is performing the way that it should, the first thing that we want to do is we want to pull up the execution plan like this and understand what step SQL Server is performing. And if any of these steps are inefficient and time consuming, and if there is anything we can do about those steps to affect them or affect the overall plan and get them to be more efficient. This is just like if you are troubleshooting a slow code in a language like C# or Java. You would go and find out what steps are executed in that program and figure out if any of those steps was bottleneck or could be executed faster. And what you could do speed things up. And really the same thing that we are going to do here. So, in the next video, we are going to understand how to read and understand the execution plan that SQL Server has given us. And that's given us some clue about how we can make this query run faster. If you like this video, please do share, like and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Thank you and see you in the next video.